Good afternoon and welcome to Crucial Conversations. I'm your host, KD.
And I'm Motor Mouth.
How's everyone doing this afternoon?
I hope everybody's fine out there. We got a lot to talk to you about today.
Yes, we do.
So
It's been a busy week. Motor Mouth, how was your week?
My week was real good. I had recitals and all that, and the little girls and young men, they played excellent. They just won my heart. And it was an excellent program.
Okay.
Really, and what I want to say to my kids, they was only 4 and 5 year olds, that I did the recital with.
Now, who are these kids you're
They
talking
played
about?
the piano. They was at a couple of learning centers that I teach at, in the Lithonia area in Georgia.
So it's recital week.
Yes, it was recital week.
They're gonna be out of school soon.
Yes, they're going. In fact, they're going to grade K, as they call it, kindergarten.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they had like the little ceremony and
Right,
everything.
they was in pre-K.
Oh my goodness. Well, you should do a shout out. They may be listening. Who
Right.
knows? Who knows?
Yes. Well, I give a shout out to Jolanda and my girl Divine.
Divine. I like
Yes.
that name. Divine. Divine.
Yes. They did shows back to back. They did yesterday recital and they did today because they both was in different classes.
And these are all piano students?
Yes.
Okay, cool,
Right.
cool. Motormouth is a teacher. Didn't know that, did you guys? Well, along the line of recitals and music, guess what happened this week? Oh, man, this is a bummer to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody's familiar with Donna Summers, but Donna Summer was a singer. I guess you could call her the queen of disco because
Yes,
she really was, in my era back in the day of growing up. She was the lady.
Yeah.
Anyway, Donna Summers, she was 63 years old, and she actually died from cancer. She had a battle with cancer, and she passed away at her home in Florida.
Yes, that's what I heard.
Uh-huh.
We lost a great one there. As you mentioned, Donna started, to me, the whole disco
Yep.
movement.
She did. She was a big part of it, that's for sure.
Oh, yes.
But the last time she would perform, she was on the stage anyway. Not the last time, but one of the few last times. She performed on the stage in October of 2011. And a lot of people were not even aware of the fact that she was ill because she purposely kept it, private, which is her prerogative.
Right.
Something should be private, I think. Anyway, she's a legendary superstar, and she was also active last June when she appeared as a guest panelist on Bravo's music reality show called Platinum Hit.
Right.
Platinum Hit. But for those that don't remember, Donna Summer had a lot of hits. She had hits called Last Dance. I remember that one.
Oh, yeah. In fact, today at a graduation, I did that song play, and at the time, the children danced with their one of their parents, and at the time,
Last Dance?
It was the last dance
Aww.
today, and at that time, we didn't know of her passing.
Oh, okay.
It was just one of the songs that they threw into their program.
Coincidental, huh? Wow.
Yeah.
But she was famous for Last Dance, Bad Girls, Spring Affair, Love to Love You Baby, and a few other hits that come to mind. But anyway, she survived by her 3 daughters. These are young ladies, adults. Daughter named Mimi, Brooklyn, and Amanda.
But what I really don't understand, about her career,
What's that?
do not understand how she did not get inducted into the Rock and Roll
Hall of Fame. Yep.
Yeah, 5 Grammys, and back to back, best albums and all that. I just don't understand,
I don't either.
She would have been the first person I thought would have been, for the disco era.
Yeah.
That would have been in there.
Because
she
you're
was
right.
the disco queen.
Because when you think of disco, a lot of groups come to mind. But as far as ladies, individuals, Donna Summers. Remember the Chic? Remember the group The Chic? Donna Summers. What's the 2 ladies that used to play bass and the other one did the guitar? Oh gosh, I can't remember.
If you
Stephanie Mills was out there, but Donna Summers
who
was
you
the disco
about,
lady.
with the girls, I could Climax,
Climax,
Cinderella.
Yeah. There was a lot of ladies in the disco era, but Donna Summers was just up there. She was out
but
there.
not only was she's up there, but her music set the
It
tone
really
of the trend.
It did.
Because
really
after she came out with that beat and everything, nothing else changed. It was all that beat off of what Donna did. There was so many different beats from there. Even Bohanna from Atlanta, his thing, African Man and all the rest of that, was in that same vein because, he did a lot too.
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah. But you're right. But she was a 5-time Grammy winner, and she was the first artist to ever score 3 back-to-back #1 double albums.
Right.
And she was nominated, but not chosen, but she was nominated for induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2010.
But I bet you next time around she get it.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
there's
after,
going to be a lot
the
of
fact.
people on it.
Yeah, after the fact. But it's a shame she didn't receive it while she was alive. You know, to
I
recognize
think so.
it.
That's a recognition that she, should have been awarded.
Yeah, yeah. But she was also a born-again Christian. And it was alleged that after she became famous and after the nomination that she wasn't comfortable with it. You know, I guess because she became a born-again Christian, but it doesn't take away from anything that she did because she was at the top of her game. She definitely was. But she's also credited with influencing stars like Madonna, Michael Jackson, Beyonce, and Rihanna. Her last album was released in 2008, and it was called Crayons.
Right.
Crayons. But anyway, we're sorry for the Donna Summers family because, gosh, her music will definitely be missed.
Well, our prayers and everything go out to the family and through this time. We done lost a lot of greats.
We have Whitney Houston. Yeah, it's been that kind of year. It's like back to back. Here we go. Wow. But not in the music industry, but someone else, in the headlines that actually passed the
celebrity.
Well, yes, you could say celebrity. Yeah. But I was referencing the estranged wife of Robert F. Kennedy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this is President John Kennedy's nephew. And Robert F. Kennedy's estranged, as in divorced wife, was actually found dead.
They say she hung herself or something.
Yeah,
right?
in Bedford, New York, in her home. Yeah, technically she died by asphyxiation, and she left a suicide note. And she hung herself. Yeah. But this lady had a background of having troubles with drug and alcohol and lonely. She was lonely a lot based on what people said, and she did leave a note. But that's another sad thing that happened.
Yeah.
Part of life, but still, it's not wonderful to hear something like that. My heart goes out to him. That's all I can say.
Yes.
But anyway, moving on to other news, we're going to try to follow up a little bit on something that we got really deep with when we started Crucial Conversations back in about 2 months ago.
Well, let's do the other man.
You want to do the other guy first?
Yeah, right. Let's do
Motormouth wants to do. Okay, he wants to do the orange juice man first. Okay, we're talking about orange juice, not Orange Juice Jones, but O.J. Simpson. Yep, O.J.'s back in the news, guys. What's going on with O.J. this time, Motormouth? Oh my goodness.
He went out. He want to get out of jail.
He does. He wants out. He wants out. But for guys and ladies that might not remember, O.J. Simpson is actually doing jail time. He is actually in jail for a conviction that occurred in 2008 in Las Vegas. Okay, O.J. Simpson was charged with kidnapping and armed robbery in a caper that occurred in a casino hotel room in Las Vegas. Now, in this casino room, it was 2 memorabilia dealers and a middleman. Okay, so from what I recall, correct me if I'm wrong, Motormouth, O.J. Simpson and 5 guys, we don't know who these fellows are, but 5 other fellows were actually in cahoots. And O.J., what happened was these guys took his Heisman Trophy and a few of his family photos, and I'm going by memorabilia, things that were personally his, and he was not happy about it. So he decided to go and get it. That's pretty much what happened. Anyway, everything fell apart. The police showed up. They all did jail time, and O.J. was sentenced to 9 to 33 years behind bars. Wow. And the thing about
and he's the only one in prison still.
Yep.
Everybody else out.
Everybody else is out.
Everybody out.
So as a result of that, O.J. has a new lawyer. Okay? And this new lawyer of his filed an attempt on Tuesday. And what he's trying to do is he's trying to get O.J. released from the Nevada State Prison. And he's saying that the football star was so badly represented by his former attorneys in his trial that his previous appeals, and so badly represented with previous appeals, that he deserves a new trial.
Yeah. I think he should have a new trial, after reading over the story and looking at it and looking at the conflict of interest and everything that was going on.
Yeah.
I think he needs a new trial. But, going back kind of, recalling it, I kind of really believe he was set up. You know,
Nothing
because
surprises
you
me
know, because the way that went down, didn't they videotape it or something?
Yeah, they
also?
did.
Yeah. You know. You know,
I thought it was a little
remember,
odd that you're gonna, go and do a little heist and
Yeah,
steal
you
your
know.
own stuff back. Technically, I don't
Yeah.
recall how these guys even end up with his personal possessions. But
Right, yeah.
technically, they had it, and
yeah.
OJ decided technically that he was gonna go get it back. But it was kind of ironic that everything would be video. They even had a video with him walking in, coming in the hotel. Everything inside the room, everything was videotaped. So it's kind of interesting, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
You know, but you don't know. I mean, things for OJ ever since he was acquitted, things just have not been right for him and the media and law enforcement.
Well, yeah,
And then he have done some crazy things too, in my opinion, Somebody else might not agree with me, but I mean, just some of the things. Right. Because me, if he knew they was there, he should have called the law enforcement to go and get his stuff.
That's if he was legally entitled to claim it.
Right, right.
That's the thing.
That's it. Yeah.
I don't know, because I don't recall how these fellas even ended up.
Even
with
I mean, but
thing.
like to me, it seemed like there should have been a police report that it was stolen in the first place.
True.
Right.
True. True.
And then that alone should have been enough for them to go and seize.
Go back and claim it.
Claim it. Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
That's true.
Within that.
But Motorbmouth, what's really going on is OJ's his new private attorney, Malcolm LaVerge, has already got the paperwork going, got the ball rolling, I guess you could say. And what they're trying to allege, they're trying to say that there's under 22 grounds.
Right.
There's a long document, a 94-page document that was filed on Tuesday at the Clark County District Court in Las Vegas, and they're trying to make the public and the jury system aware of why OJ is deserving of a new trial.
Right.
Now, the conflict, the way that I'm understanding it, Motormouth, correct me if I'm wrong. The previous attorney that OJ Simpson had, Galanter, decided that I don't want to see if he decided because
the conflict of interest.
I don't want to assume anything because he's denying it all. But the conflict of interest is in the problem that OJ is saying that his former attorney knew what was going to happen before it even occurred. He knew that he was going to go get his documents and his personal items back. And the conflict comes into play because, of course, his former attorney is saying, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't have a clue.
Well, they say it was so severe that he should have removed himself from the case.
Yeah, he's denying everything. His word was, his quote was, he wasn't there, and I had nothing to do with it.
Well, it sounded like to me, even though he wasn't there, and again, I'm just speculating,
Me too.
He could have been the one who set up the video team.
I thought about that. I really thought about it. But you never know.
Right. You don't know what's going on.
But OJ is saying that this same guy, his same attorney at the time, Gallagher, advised him that the plan that he to go back and get his memorabilia,
right?
He said it was legally permissible. As long as there would be no trespassing. Now, how's that going to happen, no trespassing? And no physical force.
Right.
Okay. Now, meanwhile, OJ had been drinking alcohol in the hours prior to the confrontation. He's saying to this day that he had no idea that anybody brought guns to the cramped room at the Palace Casino. In other words, he's saying he didn't know anything about guns. He didn't know anything about all this other kind of stuff. But he is admitting he'd been drinking heavily a little bit in the hours before they decided to go get his stuff.
Now, were these his boys or was they boys of his attorney? I mean, how did they come about? Because, I mean, I just find it funny that, he's the only one that didn't have a weapon. Or one of the ones that didn't have a weapon, but yet he get the most time.
Yeah, the whole thing is kind of bizarre. Because Simpson is still saying he doesn't know whether there was actually guns pulled or displayed in the room. Wasn't he in the room?
Right.
I'm just checking.
But if he ain't paying attention to the others and looking at his property, he might not be aware of what went down. Because bottom line again, we don't know how it went down. But to me, it just smelled like a setup.
Something's wrong.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because everything was right in place. Police was there, this, that, and that. It was a setup. And I'll go back and look at the attorney, with him knowing and trying to deny everything. It's just funny, for him to say that. his attorney knew, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
But his attorney is saying,
right.
I did not know.
Right, you know, so
So
I
therein
don't
lies
see
the
him.
conflict of interest
Right,
in that case.
right, you know.
So who
then-
knows? Maybe OJ's going to get out again. He can get out of that 33 years. That's a long 9 to 33
3
years.
years,
That's
right.
What do you mean 9 to 33 years? Depending on what? Whether
Good
he's
behavior.
Good behavior.
Right.
So that's a wide span up in it. 9 to 33 years. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. I walk around with a halo on my head. But anyway, let's move on to something different, Motor Mouth.
But what we need to do is take a break for a second,
Okay.
and then we'll come back with some follow-ups. And so people stay tuned, and we'll be right back.